Next up, we have Tushar Hetty. Hetty is a senior manager at Dialogue Gasiata at Corporate Communications. So Hetty will talk on social media beyond marketing. So he will social media for empowerment, information dissemination, and public relations. So over to you, Hetty.
Thank you very much for having me. I don't know whether I will be making an impact. Just to give you a bit of background about myself, I was actually part of the team that initially set up the social media platforms at Dialogue, including the Facebook, that along with me. That we managed to create a row and developed at Dialogue is that we developed a strategy on using social media. How do we approach the use of social media as a tool, as something that can be integral to how we communicate with the people out there? And what we realized was there was a quite distinct three-pronged strategy that we could adopt, which was using it as a marketing tool, which you all know is purely the giving out of information related to access. And then secondarily, you could use it as a customer service tool, and which was basically handling customer complaints and dealing with customer complaints as and when we get the complaints. And third, we could use relations tool, which is whenever we have a significant announcement to make on a corporate level on what we need to tell people, we go out there and tell it. So if I were to ask you the question, what does public relations mean? I mean, all of you would be able to tell me, but in a corporate sense, I guess it means managing the image of your organization as far as the perception of the public is concerned. So social media has become a very powerful tool. I refer, of course, to the social networking sites that we have along with other sites such as which allow us to put it out as broadcast media. Public relations in that sense is what makes an organization, what builds a organization. So real-time online media in that way becomes very important to an organization in maintaining that facade, because what happened earlier was a website was a nice thing to have for a company. It was a nice thing to have for a corporate. You just put up a couple of pages there, then you forgot all about it. 6 years down the line, you revisited it, you still had your 2003 or 1999 financial results on it somewhere down the line. People just forgot about it. But not anymore, because online is where people go now to find information, to find the first source, the first point of with most corporates is online. So that's where public relations or managing the image of your organization online via social media and via social networking sites becomes really important. What community? What is community? For community, I mean, you start on the concept of community really small. Your first community happens to be your family. It's the first group you interact with. It's the first group you understand. It's the first group you have common interest with. As you grow older, your community tends to expand. You find different communities. You find friends. You find different peer groups. You find different interest groups with common interests with you. And then at a certain point in time, what you find is, as a community, you find that all the communities that you're part of don't really meld together. They are not really one entity. Then you find you need to separate your communities. So you need to have maybe a separate interest of friends who have, I don't know, maybe a liking for cricket, separate interest group who has online games. It allows you to manage your communities. It allows you to talk to different communities on a different level. It allows you to build your community in a way that you can talk to your different peer groups on different levels in the way you want, without having to worry about being holistic in your approach to the different communities that you interact with. And in essence, in creativity, what we realized was different communities, different things. Different communities they require different levels of us. Entity, we deal with different communities in that way. We deal with a prepaid segment of our market. We deal with postpaid segment of our market. We deal with Perish the Thought, the Dialogue TV segment of our market. We deal with our broadband customers. We deal with them in different ways, because the needs and wants that they come to us with tend to be very, very different. So that is where understanding the communities that you interact becomes important online. That we create online becomes very important. So in effect, we use social media as a customer engagement tool in the heart and the mind share of the consumer. Because, I mean, I'm sure there are some of you here who have found faster resolution for your issues by going on our Facebook page and getting your comments out there than through maybe what we would call the more traditional channels of communication with the organization. Can I see, are there any people like that? Have you had a resolution sort that would have? Well, at least one of you or a couple of you have. So see, that's the beauty of this media. It allows you to access the organization at a level which you couldn't access before. An organization that understands the nature will use it in that way instead of thinking of it as just another online free page I could have hosted, right? The use of this as an interactive tool is key for any organization that starts using social media, and that I think is what we have strived to do and to a certain level succeeded in. See, my experience is what we are talking about, customer experience, because your experience product, your experience with our service prompts you to go online, prompts you to write in your blog, prompts you to put up a post on our Facebook page, prompts you to tell your, prompts you to tweet about us, prompts you to tell other people what you think of us. So if your customer experience is bad, then you're necessarily, the impression that you're going to pass on to others about us is going to be bad. And that will create the negative impact which we don't want to have. So we stop that. You as early as possible, the crisis, reach a resolution with you. And that is where social media or social networking site or our online presence comes into. If you look at customer experience, it's the dawn of a new era that you're facing. I mean, you've had the technology era, 1990s, when customer relationship management was just coming in. People were talking about and little nifty little things that they could do to enhance the customer experience. Then came the internet era. 1990s, we were talking about customer life cycle management. Late 2003, social media kicked in. Customer experience management was then what it evolved into. And finally, 2010 onwards, it's more of a brand customer experience that we're talking about, because the customer experience is measured according to something called pleasure to pain gap. See, final impression of us is what matters the most. So if your impression is pleasurable, then your pleasure to pain gap is higher. So the moment we engage you, if we don't leave a large impression upon you, then we have failed in giving you the customer experience that is your due as one of our customers. So there again is where the immediacy of social media and social networking comes into play, because the virtual real-time response you can get on social media is a definite enhancement to your customer experience with us.